Sure, lady, if that's what you want to do.
And there we go. Now, we're live. And so, everything's all nice and calm and cozy and enjoyable, I hope, to the eye. So that at the very least...
I'm not looking at it, I'm sorry.
Of course not. You're looking at Sims ruining their lives.
Fuck you. Excuse me, but I'm actually playing nicely for a change.
For now.
I was about to say, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, I promise.
There's nothing wrong with torturing some Sims, right?
I never could play Sims correctly.
I mean, to be fair, I say this all, but I, too, am also playing The Sims 4.
Hey, whatever keeps the mind busy while we discuss this. But I can't play The Sims reasonably. I always pick a kleptomaniac, without fail.
I am not surprised. I actually like build myself and then play that.
Fair.
Like, yeah. I just have fun doing that.
So, quick stature limitations here slightly. West, are you here just to chill? Or like, are you...
It's whatever the fuck you want, boss. I don't give two jack daniels of a fuck, you know me.
I'm just checking to see if you're going to be joining this campaign or you're just curious.
I give all of the fucks.
She has all my fucks.
I give you some of the fucks.
Awesome. I'm going to be picking up my cat real quick. Hold up.
Aw, kitty.
Aw, cat.
Shady, say hi to them. Or are you going to be a bitch and not meow? You're going to be a bitch and
Hello,
not meow.
kitty.
Okay. You go back to bed now. Yeah, her bed is underneath my desk right now because the old heater that we had for her broke and almost caught some shit on fire.
Yeah.
So, thanks to how my computer runs and all my heat goes down towards my vent, I just placed her bed over the vent so the heat's going to her. But yeah, no, I'll join. I just don't if y'all want.
Well, we have 4 people so far, possibly 5. If you join, that may be 6.
Ooh, that is a lot of players.
Yeah, I didn't think this would be dragging that many people in.
Yeah. Well, if needed, I can just.
But it's
I'm very good at playing. God, what was the term a friend used to call me? Co-DMing. Basically, I just be there to be a voice, or help write things down for the DM.
I can.
There you go.
What the hell was that sound effect?
That was my phone going on.
Oh.
Wow.
I just heard like anime style crash sound .png in the background. I was like, oh yeah.
No, that was literally just going ding ding ringing. That's how my phone goes.
I think I only heard half of it.
Yeah, because I was talking. Anyway, yeah, no, I can.
All right.
Whatever needed.
I could make use of that because I am going to have possibly a couple extra scenes and characters drop in from time to time. We're doing this hopefully every Tuesday-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, because
whatever Tuesdays are open.
Have off.
Wait. Mike, what days on Tuesday? Just double check.
Tuesday.
What hour on Tuesday?
Possibly around this time, but like
okay.
it can be pushed back or forwards if necessary.
How late would it be that we'd end up playing though?
It entirely depends on who gives up first.
I mean, I likely will need to sleep only, but yeah, sure. Let's go. Yeah, sounds good.
I only say because I'll most likely need to sleep at around or be off by like 11:30 because I'll have to be in bed by 12 because of my work schedule. Except next week, so not today, but next week, I won't be able to do it because this is gonna be like a weird week where my schedule is gonna be all fucked up.
That happened.
Okay, quick question: Are we using 5e or 2024 rules?
A mix of both, and I'm using a few extra rules I've used in prior campaign.
Okay, so this is basically 5e homebrew. Got it.
Yeah. with a world as complex as my little universe, a couple weird exceptions to the rule need to be made.
That's fine. That's fine. Just asking so that way I know which system and whatnot we're using. Yeah.
You know, it's almost like you just have no faith in us, and I don't blame you one bit.
Well, there's that, and also the fact of the amount of people we've come across over the years. Some people just can't get it.
Yeah, true.
Gotta be really safe.
There's always that one person, you know.
Yeah.
That or you gotta be really insane.
But no, I play off of 3 simple components, where you really don't need a whole long chart of numbers saying what you're good at and what you're not. It's a playing of any situation of luck requires dice, any situation of skill requires logic, and anything outside of that you can usually talk your way through.
So I can't say jump off a tall building and hope to survive?
That'll be a luck roll.
Okay.
You can.
Unless you can explain it in such detail that it's like, no, alright, yeah, we'll go with that.
You know? You just gotta explain it good enough and we'll believe you.
I go off of a rule of either logic, cool, or the numbers.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good, sounds good.
Any extra little additives or benefits is something you can casually throw in if necessary beforehand. But just know I'll also be playing off of those terms.
Sounds good.
As this is no simple idea of men and women go off to kill a lich. This is, by all terms of imagination, fantasy horror.
Ooh, interesting.
We're playing off of light terms of cosmic horror here.
I love that.
Hopefully, if I can do this right. As the entity I don't know what's happening to West. He's having a stroke.
We typically have strokes.
Yeah, West he'll be alright.
Will he though?
I don't know. Man, West goes through it.
We all go through it.
We do. So I already lost what I was thinking. The entity and existence that we'll be pushing into here sits on a bit of a prologue of necessary information. Before the events that are currently happening of the group that you'll be playing as, 3 years prior, a large purple comet hit the continent you all live on.
Okay, give me a moment. I'm taking some notes down too.
Okay. Just tell me to stop whenever you need.
Who the fuck are you? Oh, you're a maid.
You got a maid now. Pog.
Bitch!
So...
It's not my fault I'm lazy.
This comet... West is back. This comet in question... Are you good now, West?
Yeah, every single fucking 10 seconds my Discord just restarts. It's weird.
Pain.
Stop. Motherfucker.
So, the restate for West. On the island in question, or the continent in question, a place known as Etheria, on a planet known as Terra 2, a large comet, a large purple burning comet, hit the continent 3 years prior to the events of the story. This comet caused absolute devastation to a forest on the edge of the continent.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The major kingdom of the continent sent men to go deal with this, to go check it out, and one man returned, stating that whatever that comet was made out of not just cursed the land, but left it completely useless, if not worse.
Nice.
Whatever this comet was made out of, and whatever magic possessed it, its influence led to both new horrifying creatures, which had to be contained in that area, and cults sprouting up basically out of the woodwork. These cults in question seem to refer to this magic as its touch, the Beyond's touch, and in lesser cases, void.
Okay.
This magic, in crystallized form, has a purplish hue, but when stared at directly, it has no color, an absence of color, complete Vanta black. Same with anyone who happens to use said magic. The magic has a non-existent color. Almost absorbs light.
Wait a second. This is based off the color from outer space, isn't it?
As far as I'm aware of, no.
No, from H.P. Lovecraft?
I guess a little bit, yeah. It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm just like making note of that, sorry.
I didn't even think about that. I'll ask the creator about it. I'm playing off of a term of someone else.
Okay.
I didn't make the concept of our, I don't want to say antagonist, but overwhelming force. This is my brother's idea.
Oh,
yes, he is. This is my brother's idea for the energy and concept. I'm simply playing off of it. If he came it from H.P. Lovecraft, I'll have to ask him. I think he did, though. He loves that story. Now, that was 3 years ago when that happened. Much more recently, within the last half a year, we'll say, that same energy was used to resurrect an old king, having been dug up from a catacombs, possibly half a mile underground.
Okay.
Where he was buried. The same man who survived the Comet exhibition also took another group to go bear witness to this king. And again, he is the only one who walked away alive. This man is now one of the royal guards of the king of Asteria. And he is the one who has put out the bounty on the recent revived king, Drago Yule of Grove.
How do you spell that?
D-R-O-G-O. Wait, D-R-A-G-O.
D-R-A-G-O.
Space. Y-O-L. Space. Of. D-R-O-O-V.
Okay. He's the resurrected team?
Say again?
He's the king that resurrected?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
In 600 years ago, roughly, he ruled with an iron fist. He was alive, perfectly healthy, and was the biggest conduit of a major world war, essentially, leading to every kingdom fighting each other and him. How he died, no one is fully aware, but when he was dropped, there was a time of peace, and then someone thought it was a great idea to bring him back from the dead. Leading to the situation of the bounty. A group of individuals is needed to put him back in the ground. Else, in the fear, he does that again. In those terms, Bean already knows about this character.
I was just about to say, wait, isn't that... And then I cut myself off.
Yeah. Bean has dealt with this character. Brimstone has dealt with this character. So, you two, possibly West. I don't believe I've had many conversations with West on my stories and universe. As well as all the viewers and all that fun, will be meeting this character for the first time. On his wake-up day. Because I can't think of a more poetic term for it.
It's his birthday, obviously.
A second birthday.
Don't worry, everyone loves his birthday.
Yeah, that's why we're all going to him to help him celebrate it.
Yeah, don't mind the violent screaming and everything else that you hear. He loves it, I promise.
That'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
Awesome.
What is this you are talking about? Horrific screams in the distance. You're crazy, man.
That's the party music. That's the party music.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, it's the party music.
So, with that context given, the other known two contexts to give about the lands of Terra, or I guess mainly the land of Asteria, is that there are, if I remember off the top of my head, because I'm not going to go look for it somewhere in the bowels of my Google Drive, there are 12 known gods that a person can pledge themselves to in one way or another.
Oh,
unimportant.
Okay.
Unimportant if none of you want to go down that route, but just in case if anyone wants to try that. They are basic elements. You have life, death, knowledge, light and dark, water, fire, nature, earth, lightning, ice, and I believe there's one more.
Fire.
I think I said fire.
Anyway, I'm just gonna burn down a church. Be right back.
Hell yeah! The church had it coming.
But yeah, there's the 10, 12-ish known gods, with only 3 of them currently off the stakes that you cannot pledge to. At least you can, you won't gain anything. And that is death, darkness, and knowledge.
But everything else that's on the regular list is okay, right?
Yeah, everything else will give you some sort of boon if you have pledged your existence to it.
Okay.
Some minor, some major. some of them, if you're lucky enough, you may even be considered its champion, as a few of them still have open slots.
Ooh.
I believe in the Church of the Almighty Mumbles, so I'm already that champion.
Mm-hmm. So, an extra added thing that is a subtle detail but known throughout the land is that the god of death has been unseen and unheard of for several hundred centuries. Not hundreds, tens of centuries. And because of that, people just seem to not die as easily. There's a lot of out cards. There's a lot of ways to stop yourself from going to the beyond. At least, if you're high enough caliber. That's a completely separate story to undertake eventually. Reviving the god of death, but yeah.
It's overrated.
So that now leaves, which I'll go running it by Brim eventually, and we'll discuss his character when necessary. He's already got a couple ideas. That just leaves you three, and possibly West, but for the most part, I think I'll use West as an extra voice for certain characters.
Well, you know where I stand on it, so do as what you will when you decide.
Once more.
Where's your kitty?
West and Rob will be able to fit into a lot of the cults that you guys are going to deal with.
Yay, cult.
Yay.
So that leaves you two, Daisy and Nitro. Character concepts, possible reasons and motivation to be going after this. Maybe a little heritage. Easy jumping off point is why? Why accept a bounty of this magnitude?
Because money slaps.
I was just gonna say money.
That is an option. That is a road to go down, yeah.
And that road opens up multiple branches. It's like, well, why do you need the money? Like, it could be like, oh, well, my land's in debt. Or I'm a personal bastard that wants all the money.
Yeah.
Or because my family is running on low times and I need, the funds.
Exactly.
It's like everyone acts like being after solely money is a bad thing, and it's like, it's not if you do it right. Unless you're just that asshole.
In the lands of fantasy and such, money talks hard. You need money. And getting literally 100,000 gold from the king of the goddamn continent sounds like a pretty good deal.
And I would go for personal favor, to be fair.
That's also an option. But nothing's off the board. Anything you can think of that can slip into a fantasy world, totally on the options that you can play as. So long as it makes sense.
Nice.
So
I already have an idea. I'm gonna pass by your story later. I think it's gonna be funny.
Alright. Well, Daisy and Nitro, which one would you like to go first in an idea?
I don't have any ideas right now.
I kind of, my PC just froze up on me. So,
Pain.
did I miss anything, or what exactly did I miss?
When did it stop?
I think we were going over the gods.
Cool.
For a bit.
That's a bit. Let me think.
Just like not. It was after you told us about the god of death was dead or something, or missing.
Okay. I don't think I brought up too much.
Yeah, no, you didn't bring up anything else after that. It was just basically explaining how death doesn't it's not as easy to die anymore.
Okay.
there's that fact, and then moving directly into characters and why you're doing this, and then the characters themselves. With the simple stipulation that anything is to be played. You could be whatever you want so long as it makes sense in a fantasy realm.
Okay, so basically I could pick any sort of race I want, right?
Yep. Animal folk, things that aren't naturally in D&D, so long as it makes sense.
Okay.
Trust me, he can pretty much stretch anything to make sense.
I mean, hell, you guys are gonna have. Hold up, I'm gonna run it by story first before I say anything.
Okay.
Smart.
I'm looking over the races right now because I think that was the question that was on my mind. Like, what can I play as? And like if I could flavor something down the line, if I want to flavor it or something, maybe. Wait, I have an idea. What if I wanted to play as a Dreidel? You know, the drow spider thing?
I need to see it.
One sec.
It
I'll put it in the
probably
chat room.
is a yes, but I need to physically see it to know what you're on about.
I'll post it in chat. Okay, I posted in chat just now.
Ah.
There you go, story.
I like both ideas. A spider creature may need to be shrunken down a little bit in some capacity, but it's definitely possible.
Maybe I could try to adjust the centaur variant or something, the centaur race. I'm just looking over the homebrew possibility, basically. But yeah, I think it's considered a size. In terms of size, it says that it would be medium size. That's what it said on one of the things I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, from the look of it, unless they're really small, they're going to be bigger than a normal person.
Yeah. But that's like maybe, I would say possibly around the size of a Goliath, maybe? Or an ogre?
Yeah. Still within a decent size range, because
yeah,
the Lich King in question, Drago, is half giant. So he stands at a staggering 9.5 feet tall.
Yeah, so I'm only 2 feet shorter than him.
Yeah, being at about 7 foot tall, maybe somewhere in the 6 range is perfectly fine.
Yeah, okay.
Size is not too much comparable so long as it can exist in polite society.
I mean, I don't know if I can exist in polite society, but I can exist in society.
The question is, could you function in society?
Yeah, that's the question.
We already know that's a no.
That's a bigger problem to kind of settle over, because you are walking into one of the biggest kingdoms in the land offering to a job. If you're basically nothing more than a bestial creature, not gonna work out, but, you know.
Wait. I have an idea. What if, say, I was a prisoner, and this is how I'm working off the debt?
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that. A prior nuisance brought back from the bowels of the dungeon to deal with a new nuisance.
Yeah, like, nothing too big, but, you know, racism, I would say. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe not racism. Probably something more like, well, you're a spider creature, showing it on screen, so anyone seeing this later or now can understand what Daisy is thinking about being.
Alcoholism.
There we go. A possibility of, like, you're a spider, so maybe you were eating the locals, stealing souls. Generally just
eating the spider population.
Also just generally being a nuisance. Local warlord.
I'll think about it. Like, I am sort of imagining that she did some really crazy stuff, but nothing like too evil. I don't want to play
so
evil.
bad that it immediately had the king execute you.
Yeah, like I got it. Jaywalking.
Sure.
It was a joke. It was a joke with. It was a joke I had for one of my characters because she used to work for the bad guy, for the villains, and like the reason she ended up working with the heroes was because she ended up. It's a long story, but basically, one of the reasons why she was chasing down one of the heroes was because they were jaywalking.
All right. No,
It's just a joke, but it's just
definitely go off the warlord angle. It's just a general nuisance of the area. They finally captured you.
Okay, yeah.
And now you're going on some frickin' Suicide Squad type crap.
You know what? I'll think about that, but I am. It is interesting. It's interesting. Yeah.
It's a fair deal. You go out, you put him in the ground, your crimes get admitted.
Wait, I'm now thinking. It's like a going to the galaxy kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the first movie, like I was basically, killing some people, kind of messing around with some stuff. Might have killed a few people, but I'm not a bad person. I just got really annoyed with people.
Yeah, you're just a little bit more barbaric than the average.
Yeah.
That equally works in context because who knows how long you've been down there.
Yeah.
So you're just completely out of the loop.
Yeah, and it says that I live as long as looking at one of the race sheets, it says I live as long as an elf, so who knows how long.
Yeah. Hell, you could have been around for so long that your father knew Drago when he was alive.
Maybe. Or mom, because if it's a drow, are you using the same hierarchy as the Forgotten Realms drow? Because I think in the Forgotten Realms, the female drow are the higher ups.
Either or. We could probably go off of the queen was the one who knew it.
Okay, cool.
He's more interesting to play off of. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Drago wasn't very specific in who he was targeting. He just targeted everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
He just pretty much said, "Fuck all of you."
Just opened the map, looked at that place, and said, "I want it dead."
Pretty much.
It's hard to say how many characters are going to know this out of ours, but if anyone just happens to know Giant's Tongue and the old dead language that is, knows what his name would mean in context, which is he was known as the Black Hand of Death. Or equally, the right hand of the Reaper. Surely on sake of just how many people he put in the ground.
Is it okay if I get started on my character sheet, too?
Yeah, whatever details you can think up and put pen to paper on help.
Okay, couple of questions. Apologies. So, in terms of stats, are we using 5e rules or?
The biggest things you're going to have to worry about is hit points. Oh, give me a minute.
Okay, no problem. Take your time.
That's a first. Work called me.
Hmm? Oh.
Nothing important. Okay. Yeah, the big main things you're gonna have to worry on are your hit points, what's a decent way to explain it? Any additives or negatives to a saving roll or saving situations, and what might affect cognitive rolls.
Ouch.
We're going quite simple here, so that anyone who doesn't understand D&D can follow along.
Okay. So so basically, should I make the kill sheet, or should I just? Because I'm just adapting an old one I had for. That I had.
Try to keep it to the basic rules.
So just stats, saving throws.
Any negatives or positives, pros or cons.
Okay.
And anything they might have on their person. Which,
okay,
in this context, is probably nothing.
Okay.
I like how it just left the game and finished the event, and I will say this, Wes has the best fucking stickers with the little POW world. I love it.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good, go ahead.
Is it okay if I DM you, the sheet, and then we can talk about any changes you need? Okay, sounds good.
We can work on that next.
Sorry, all I heard was I heard my name. What's up?
Your picture and POW world thing is cool.
I have POW world? What?
Yeah, your little emo pickaxe thing. That guy's from POW world.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was completely just like not thinking.
Yeah.
I could tell.
All right.
You're just in your own world.
Idea concept that Wes brought up works equally as well. A concept is a follower, familiar. Keep tabs on the group.
Really don't care for this damn blanket.
Which is a spiritual cat.
Yeah.
A possible known beast companion or familiar of the king.
Basically, the gist of how I want to play it is just like, hey, I need to make sure my assets aren't just going there to fuck around. I need this shit done. So you're gonna take this thing.
Yeah, this is going to watch you. It's going to answer any questions you have.
And I have 1 HP, so if I get hit...
Yeah, which he probably won't, because it's just like, who's going to target the random, non-existent feline? But, yeah, you never know.
Well, no, I'm there. I'm just a spirit. Like, I have a physical body. It's just, when I die, I am zoomed back to where I originally was. And I'm just like, well, gotta wait an entire day to get myself back to where you fuckers are.
Yeah. Or maybe to save it's a little rock with a rune on it. And then your body is just surrounding it. And if it gets hit, it turns off.
But just more the sense of I'll send you the picture when I fucking finish doing it.
Yep.
It's just a cat that's like, I poof, I get poofed. Is it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I am getting. Hold on, give me a minute.
Made dice on my bag.
It helps because it's good to have basically the walking dictionary, a walking dictionary style character or walking encyclopedia. Sort of give basic ideas of what's going on. So that leaves Nitro.
He still has no idea what he wants to do.
Oh no.
Nitro!
Well,
Well, I will.
We have a spider.
I mean, honestly, if you guys want to start throwing out ideas, I'll see what I like.
I'm trying to consider what we have so far. Brim will be playing as kind of like the burly one. He wants to play as either a dwarf or a automaton. Daisy is now going to be a spider folk of one case or a name misjudged. And you'll have a companion that is... Small cat's one option. I want to say it's a bobcat, so it's easier to see. And that sounds a lot cooler for the king to have as a pet. Is a frickin' bobcat.
Does sound cool.
Big cat.
Don't get started about pets because I will happily adopt anything we come across. Yes, I'm those people. Or I'm that person.
I mean, anything to help take down the king.
Yeah, fair point. I just end up befriending half the fucking world, and it's like, okay, kill! And then you're just swarmed by a bunch of random people.
So, that leaves us with a few options. We have arguably a DPS and a tank.
A tank. I do usually like going tank.
Another tank would be good. Daisy is
like
gone.
I said, I'm fine to fit any role, or just if there's not a really role, I'll just pick something random.
I think
Daisy. I also kind of want to like branch out to stuff I normally don't do, so I'm thinking more of the DPS route.
But say I don't normally do tank.
Well, then that's perfect. I'll take the DPS, and you can take the tank.
Well, so long as someone in the group picks up something along the lines of healing, we'll be fine. Because you'll probably need
I can do healing.
Though, of course, there is always, common healing. Anyone that knows their stuff and knows how to kill knows also how to suture wounds.
Why did I just think of a funny? I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be the healer. Just a cat, just doing heal wound.
I think Daisy's computer died.
Probably.
Oh no.
Hopefully they get back to us.
They never will.
So, again, nothing's off the table in race.
So I can be a bird?
Not
like
a
bird race?
Not a literal bird, but yes, there's nothing stopping you from being...
I could be like a bird race.
There's nothing stopping you from being a harpy or the opposite of a harpy.
Sorry, what's going on now?
Discussing... No, we're discussing Nitro's character.
Okay.
It's gonna be some, like, bird-like. Don't know what kind of bird-like yet.
Okay. Well, the three most obvious distinct options are Harpy, some sort of winged folk, or I don't know, full-on avian. Depends on how much bird you want.
Like, how bird do I want to go?
Like, you have the literal avian-like stuff from Zelda. Then you have harpies. Then you just have basic human being-looking creature with wings. It's a good range of options.
I think I want to go harpy.
Alright. But it is... Because the lands have been coded in basically peacetime for the last several hundred years. And the only people that really are starting anything would be those that are truly not good. Or just diabolical in nature. So there's nothing actually stopping a simple harpy from joining society.
Yeah.
We're not talking the hag ravens from Skyrim or the horror creatures from Dragon's Dogma.
But what if we wanted to play those?
I'm not stopping you, but we're thinking more logic here of you know, your common anime, avian, polite for society.
So demi-humans.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I assume there was a few kerfuffles here and there, which I'm thinking my character probably led a group of bandits who eventually caught, maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't take away the conflict side of human nature, but it's been relatively calm for the last few hundred years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. A harpy.
I'll be right back. I need to check something.
All right.
Okay.
So harpy DPS. It's a good round to start off of.
Yeah.
Most animal folk work off of an idea of clans. Some don't follow that rule, but for the most part, most animal folk, in whatever range be damned, usually work off of a hierarchy of clans. CLAN. You can work off of that.
Yeah.
It's either she's from one or she's simply just someone who lives in the kingdom.
That one I will have to continue to think on. A little bit.
The bigger thing to consider over is the fact of how capable is she? He, she, whatever you go on. And why they're taking this.
Yeah.
This is not exactly baby's first adventure. This is a bounty on a big target. So, kind of a baseline for capable fighters. Where you take that is completely up to you.
Yeah.
There is a fun little detail I always like to have, which is when most people make a harpy, like in all medias of fiction, the harpy's arms are wings, and they're just useless. Because they're just wings. Yeah?
Bean, are you part of the campaign too?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, so we have two creature-esque folk right now.
This is Nitro's character.
Oh, Nitro. Yeah, so Nitro is the Harpy. I'm a half-spider elf thing.
Brim, who isn't here right now, is going to be a dwarf or a dwarf's creation.
Okay.
And then we have a feline familiar.
Cool.
That leaves open Bean to fill the role of possibly support. Oh yeah, they said they were going off to do something, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be back by now. Okay, well, we'll figure that out when they get back. But, yeah, decent detail. Harpies have fingers. Probably not hugely important, but there you go. You have hands. You're welcome.
Yay, I have hands.
You're not just screwed to just use your feet.
I mean, I could just use my feet if I wanted.
Yeah, giant talon claws are kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 8 feet, so you know.
Yeah. The Redditors are gonna go nuts. Nah, so a decent idea I could think of is that if you're going off of the clan mentality, and you're from possibly an outside village, possibly a group of nomadic people, whatever be damned.
Yeah, I could do like from like a because I'm kind of thinking like if I did go the clan route, I could do it's like the clan's kind of like failing, and then I take up this bounty to try to help out the clan or something.
Yeah, you're possibly there's a couple decent options that would be of high rank enough to make sense stepping into something like this. You're the chief, the chief's wife, or the top soldier.
Yeah.
So you're the clan mother or the top soldier. And you decided to take it under your wing to get them the resources and funds necessary to continue existing.
Yeah. That's actually pretty good. Like I think I like the idea of being like the clan mother.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of very set on being a female, kind of.
That definitely helps the aesthetic because being a larger size, what's the word for it? Like motherly raven looking character.
Yeah. Kind of the idea.
Alright. And it makes sense. This is the largest kingdom in the entire land, so this bounty showing up, one of her flock seeing it, bringing it to her, and her going, this might be our only option left, and a good time. And she takes it, with the pretense of, for as long as I'm on this mission, you must keep my people.
Yeah.
So they have a home for right now, outside of the kingdom.
Yeah.
Alright, then we got our 2 of the 4. Possibly 5, hopefully not 6. Till Bean gets back. Izzy, have you sorted out any extra details?
I am looking at possible character sheets. Like, I like the idea that she was possibly a leader of a, I don't know, from 50 years ago. She was the leader of a group of thieves and whatnot, and then she was caught. Then she was sent down to the dungeons, and now she basically got a notification that says, "Hey, this guy came back. We'll cut you a deal. You can leave and be a free woman if you decide to help us defeat this creature." Basically.
There's Bean. So. So, Bean, we now have our Silk Folk and a Harpy. And as far as we're aware, we have a War Chieftain and a Flock Mother.
Wait. Yeah.
In fucked up terms, but more reasons, you have the leader of a war band that had been caught, and the clan mother of a band of harpies. That leaves you to sit on a supporting role or extra necessity. What are you thinking? Okay, I'll go fuck myself then. That's fine.
Yay! Sorry, had to. So far, it sounds good.
Alright. So far, we have 2 animal folk. I would really like it if it wasn't all animal folk, but I can also vibe with that.
If it helps, I was actually thinking of being like a normal non-animal folk, but I really have still no idea what I want to end up being.
Fair. Well, here's an easy option that I'm surprised, hasn't been a basic go-to. You're from the local church.
I don't want to be that religious prick.
Not a religious nut, but like the local teachings. You're from the seers of the light.
Maybe.
Or literally those that bear witness to the god of life. Drago is an absolute opposite situation to that, because he's only existed purely for death. Being one of the monks or fighters of the goddess of life would put you in instant fucking odds with Drago.
Woo.
So, don't really got to go the whole religious zealot angle, but you can go a basic cleric.
I've never played a cleric.
It's mostly just holy magic and beating shit with large sticks.
So
it really is. I played a cleric one.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. So, I don't know, that's an easy option. Is an elf or other long-standing species that stands by the rules of the goddess of life and simply wants to see Drago put back in the ground out of principle. The other option is we continue with more people that are basically criminals.
Nothing like a little bit of harmless crime.
Jaywalking.
Yeah.
You bastard, die!
So, either direction.
I just burned some churches down, that's it.
Just burn some churches down. No big deal or anything.
Yeah,
it's like it's just a bit of murder and everything. Who cares?
Yeah, they didn't worship my god, but just
whatsoever.
me, so they died.
They pulled a COD Modern Warfare 2 with the AC-130.
It's like those motherfuckers had it coming.
Yeah.
If they don't believe in me, they don't believe in living.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But, no, yeah. We have 2 DPS at the minute. And possibly a tank. Maybe a tank. Hard to say what Shun's gonna go with.
I am thinking for my character that, like, in terms of class range, I'm thinking she could be like a Oath of Conquest paladin of sorts, so that way we could still get some magic in, but that's
Fair.
basically about it. Yeah.
That would be incredibly funny. If
How so?
she's been in this dungeon the whole time, just studying magic.
Yeah. Well, my idea was basically she was, she's still, is there like a god of, there's no god of conquest, is there a god of war of sorts?
That would probably be the god of earth or lightning.
Oh.
No, then possibly Earth maybe, but I don't know if there's any gods that's like, oh yeah, it's okay if you want to mess around and take over a couple of towns.
Well, the god of fire, lightning, and earth all have some semblance to that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Where the god of earth takes into consideration that every living soul is destined to have their own land.
Yeah, okay.
The god of lightning is purely something of speed and destruction. Sees conflict as a necessity.
Okay.
And fire is the birth of life. And so understands the weaknesses of men. Yeah, fire is a very destructive force, so.
Yeah.
It makes fitting that it helps the most destructive people.
In range of that, though, in the level of strength of boon that you get from each, the fire is weakest.
Okay.
No.
With lightning being the strongest.
So I could run around electrifying people to death.
Just
be like, electric chair. Electric chair. No chair involved, just scream electric chair.
It's just I kind of want to do some sort of magic, but like, I'm just trying to figure out like, yeah, I just want to do some sort of magic, maybe an Eldritch Knight fighter or something, but we'll see.
Alright. Well, let's see. Again, the only thing we're sitting on is Bean. Sort out what they want to play as.
Again, burning down churches.
Yeah.
That is extremely tempting.
Arson.
Trust me.
Just casual arson, no big deal.
That's like the
you
thing
guys haven't looked at like my Discord bio.
Yeah, you're totally not fucking helping Drago's cause or anything.
Well, I just find it really funny that it's like, yeah, no, the entire gimmick of what I'm going to do is just like, I'm supposed to be a leading person, supposed to help you. It's just a tiny little furball of a cat walking up, just going, burn it all to the ground.
I want you to know my Discord thing says, your soul says to commit arson.
I just saw that. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop.
No, I deeply enjoy the possibility of thought that the cat that West plays has a weird burning hatred for anything involving the cult.
I mean, it's a good thing, right?
Arguable, but it stems from an even deeper hatred of the church. The man just hates organized religion, and now he finally has an outlet to express that by destroying the cults. Because comfortably, you can't just take on the goddamn church. But there's no one gonna stop you if you start killing cultists. So, Bean, any idea?
Not really. Most of the time when it comes to D&D and everything, it's more of a... I just kind of let people decide for me what they would prefer.
Well, I gave you two options.
What were they again?
You can either be someone from outside the kingdom, possibly a criminal, or possibly someone with a notorious background, or a cleric.
Probably the cleric, because I've never done that before.
Yeah, there you go.
Seems the most
Remember,
interesting.
you're going to hate yourself a lot, and going to be basically the party's mom, because you have to heal everyone.
Yeah.
Possibly,
yeah.
I mean, that doesn't really change from what Luna was, so...
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, basically, the only spells I want is either a firebolt and heal wounds, just for the fact if I can basically either burn shit and then I can heal people.
I mean, it being a slightly oversized cat, cats do have inherent healing properties.
Yeah, is that it's just a house cat. It's not. I'm not. It's not big. It's just like a house cat.
I was gonna say it was a bigger cat, so we don't lose it.
Yeah.
Because the king wouldn't just be keeping a regular ass feline around.
Oh no, yeah. I'll send you the picture of it. And
like it's a house cat, but it's a slightly larger than average house cat, so they don't lose it.
Yeah. Well, you'll see what I mean. Oh my, no, I don't want to open up.
I forgot what those one cats are called, but they're like really big and majestic.
I know. Hold up.
Some of them like look like people. Forgot what they're called. Maine Coons, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might want to sort out names.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
You might want to work on names.
I'm trying to figure out my character's name.
Both of you being from outside clans possibly means you're not going by normal naming convention.
What is a normal name?
Normal name convention.
First name, last name?
What?
That's normal.
I don't understand.
Alright.
I regret nothing.
Well, no, it still kind of works. Both of you basically have the titles of your name and then of clan. So, like in Nitro's case, you'd have something like, I don't know, Nina of Blood Ravens. With not any kind of distinctive last name.
No.
Why does it have wings?
Because why not?
Does it have wings? Is that what I'm seeing? It does have wings.
Yeah.
It's a giant fucking Mancoon with wings.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like
functional and necessity.
I just slammed my keyboard for a bit, but this is my character's name. Vignishi of Vete.
I mean, good start.
Yeah, Vete is the... I don't want to say clan, but like the... What's the one for it again? The tribe... the group I had who was like destroying a couple of towns and taking prisoners and whatnot.
Yeah.
Not killing them.
It'd be sensible to have a, like... Your group has an actual solidified name. Or did.
Yeah. Did, yeah.
So it's Resdia of... I don't know, the Throat Cutters or something?
Jesus, why miles work?
Because it's a bandit group?
Yeah.
But now that name holds literally no care because they're dead.
We'll just separate it, but yeah, basically dead, because it's been 50 years.
So the clan name holds absolutely zero strength anymore, but you still hold it regardless.
Yeah. Let me think of some really cool, badass name. Because, like, yeah, we stole and destroyed stuff, but we didn't, like, kill people without due cause. I'm just going to say...
And it's a group
someone tried to fight us, then we'll kill them, yeah.
It's a group following around a giant spider woman, so...
Yeah.
She came up with the name, so, you know, play off that.
Yeah. You know what? That's good. Let's go for it there. I don't know what that means, but... Ooh, actually.
Ouch.
Now then we have the Harpy. The possible flock mother. That would hold more of a tribalistic name. Yeah. Possibly.
I got it. Vignishi of Magnaka. That's the god of the steel.
The steel spiders. Steel arachnids.
Actually, let me see. Let me check something. Okay, no, it's just arachnid. Arachnid in English is just arachnid in Tagalog.
Pain.
Oh, there we go. Got one. Oh, I like this one better.
Yeah.
Gagumba. I feel like that sounds cool.
I want to post that in the side chat so I got a visible look at it.
Let me write it down. I'll put it in the side chat. Yeah.
Whatever she calls it is one thing, but the majority of the common language is just calling her, the steel spider.
Yeah, like it's just me writing down Spider of Stealing and just writing it in Tagalog.
Yeah.
That's what. One's her name and one's the group she was part of, basically.
Yep.
I just got inspired by it, and I said, like, wait, I could do it in Tagalog, and it sounds fun enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I will admit I did something a little stupid out of pure curiosity.
What's that?
Oh boy.
Decided to load up Twitch to see what your thing looked like and everything, and I've just been hearing constant double voices until I had to mute it.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, that happens.
Thank you.
GG.
Thank you.
Yep.
It happens.
What is it? I don't know if there's an avian language inherently.
What do you mean?
Like an inherent visible thing of what like bird folk or harpies would talk as?
Well, I mean, you could always just say that it exists. I mean, it would make sense if they'd have if anything, it'd be singing or something like that.
Yeah.
True. Their own language would basically just be hems and hums.
It's kind of like how the bees use communication to dance, and then you get horrible news of like your family died in a car crash or something, and you gotta dance it out.
Yeah. I mean, like, converting it from one language to another, how is a harpy's, like, common language spoke?
Probably
referring to name. Converting, like, figuring out Nitro character's name.
Yeah.
Oh. Probably something cheerful and upbeat, so you can't go with, like, Doomslayer.
Fair. Harpies would essentially be people of kindness, I would think.
Oh god, no.
Actually, in my research, it says most harpies are evil.
About to say, harpies seem to lure people in and then eat them.
Well, these ones don't, obviously, or they're not going to be working with fucking humans.
Yeah, I'll say our clan is more neutral. It's not like we're not inherently good, but we're not inherently bad.
You're more in your human nature more than your bird nature.
We're more of just trying to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, well. Still need some kind of name to go off of.
Just using a random generator to come up with something. And there's like, there's multiple that I like.
Uh-oh.
Name generators are a godsend.
I mean, my name is just very simple, and it's...
Well, an easy way of stating it, because I don't actually goddamn know if tribes physically give themselves names, the king would probably be referring to you as name of the eastern flock.
Okay. But I still would like to have a clan name, just in case if it comes up somewhere else. You know what? I'm liking MoonQuill.
Ooh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, it sounds so pretty.
Like, you have the entire group going like, oh shit, that's pretty.
Damn it. Well,
that'll work.
The name.
Being the fact of, like, possibly crow or raven style in look.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And with quill, they used to come from birds, so...
Yeah.
Works.
Feathers. Yeah, that works. A perfect example of writing a song about the moon. MoonQuill.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
See,
Yeah.
I'm full of ideas.
Well, the small cat's just named his Moon, so that's gonna be funny.
Alright, yeah.
Don't moon us.
No.
I'm gonna burn down your church.
Bring it, bitch. Get new threats. Like, talk about burning down people's homes and loved ones. Get to the
Well, you see, the church is supposed to be a sanctuary place, and I burn down sanctuaries.
Not anymore.
Look. Nothing's wrong.
Oh god, no.
Nothing's wrong with a bit of arson, especially when you're using it as a cover to steal stuff. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, then
Oh, no, I burn
when you
everything. Nothing gets stolen. Everything
that's what the
burn
cult's
down the
been
local
doing.
School.
Yeah.
Burn down the local school to steal from the local bank.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna.
Yeah, I just burn the bank to steal from the school kids.
I'm taking all of the number 2 pencils.
I'm taking all the number 2 pencils and leaving only number 3s.
Don't forget you. At least leave them with the number 1s.
No.
Don't forget, go through every single the most important book and the page they need and tear them out. Just one page.
Yeah, I don't burn knowledge.
Yeah.
No. They basically go in and steal just one battery from a remote and just leave everything else.
Break into someone's house, take only the batteries out of their fire detectors. Leave.
Oh my god.
And replace it with low battery so you get that constant beeping noise.
Exactly.
No, they make that noise if there's no battery in them. Modern ones do, at least. So we have... What the hell is a group of spiders called?
Let me look it up.
I think that would probably be a better concept to work off of here.
Cluster or clutter?
Yeah, it says cluster on it.
So yeah, the iron cluster.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
The Gamba of the iron cluster. Okay.
There you go.
Capri Sun, dumbass.
So we got the iron cluster and we got the MoonQuill.
Motherfucker.
Wait, I just realized that spiders would be really good at, like, stealing stuff, especially if I'm controlling them. At least for that time being.
Yeah.
Just like, go steal that jewelry.
I mean, most people don't want to fuck with spiders as is. So seeing, like, 3 tarantulas drag away a necklace, you're just gonna go, like, fuck it, it's theirs.
Yeah.
It's theirs now.
Honestly, yeah, that's pretty fucking valid seeing that shit. Even I'd be like, nope, I don't care about it that much.
And then, like, aren't there giant spiders in your world or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Knowing
cool.
him, it would just be yes. Anything that's could bring horror or dismay, it's gonna be in there.
If it's a fantasy trope, it's somewhere.
I control the giant spiders, and they basically just stole a bunch of stuff, and was a nuisance to a lot of people until I was caught.
Yeah, you had a bunch of like humans and elves following you around because this concept of like, why would I not listen to the giant spider woman? She obviously has her shit together.
Yeah.
And then you also just had a couple pets of like small spiders and a couple big ones.
Exactly.
And although I would like to think that taming the little spiders are easy, almost natural. Taming the big ones is like taming a fucking lion.
Exactly.
Sounds reasonable.
Burn it all to the ground.
No, we're not burning stuff. We're stealing stuff.
Yeah, you're trying to get rich or at least survive.
Nah, I just want to get rich.
You weren't a dangerous clan, you were just annoying.
Yeah. So, maybe cut down how long I was in prison, maybe for like 10 years, maybe, if that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
So they know who... Oh.
An amusing logic you can work off of is that the reason you became a bandit, or a bandit leader, is because you had a falling out with your mother.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Whatever.
You just don't get me, Mom.
whatever group or whatever the fucking hive, often whatever sector of the goddamn area, you had a falling out with her for whatever reason, and just decided, like, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And you did, and now you're in prison.
Oh my god, I'm a leader of a biker gang, except it's a place of bikes with spirals.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that idea.
That'll work.
Yeah.
So, we got a priest. Well, not priest, cleric. We got our spider bandit. Our Harpy clan leader. Or clan mother. And Dwarven creation. Good round group.
Yeah. Very well.
A what now? What was the last one?
A dwarven creation.
Oh, a dwarven creation. Okay. I heard a Warren creation, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, what did you call me?
I mean, it's possibly a war machine. That's possibly what Brim's going for. But we'll see. I'll chat him up next chance I get.
Yeah.
And then a cat. Spiritual cat.
Yep.
Spiritual.
The king's rightful familiar. That does also mean I'm probably going to have to feed you lines whenever anyone asks you anything about the local area.
I don't care. I will gladly speak the truth.
It's the easiest way to do that. Unless, like, ad-lib works. But either or.
I mean, if for small things, I'll probably just make some shit up and then just be like, okay, that works. Or it's like,
go off of fantasy logic and most of it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, this post right here, it's broken, and it's post like it points like north, south, east, and west, like where towns are, but it's broken, so we have no idea what's going on. Where's this town? First thing I'm gonna say is, I don't know. I just, that way.
Like left.
That way.
Hey, what fucking cat is doing something they shouldn't?
Yeah.
Hey, what is it with you and licking tape?
Tape is yummy. What the fuck you want?
So we have 2 people who know magic. Possibly 3, though cleric magic is not really considered magic in the same vein.
Well, it's magic, yes, but in the grand scheme of things,
it works off of faith instead of mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still technically have magic inside you to work said faith into healing and blah bleep bloopy blop.
Yeah, you put your mana into someone else.
Yeah.
You want to know what would be really funny?
What's up?
Being a cleric that's an atheist.
I don't know how the fuck that works in a fantasy world.
Would you like to meet my friend Ashley? Because she actually did that for an entire 8-month campaign. She was an atheist who was inaugurated into Christ. I can't fucking pronounce her name. The goddess of love. Is church, and she was our cleric. She didn't believe in her at all, but knew the trick. She would say it.
Yeah,
she's like, look, it's just magic. Like, we all know magic.
Honestly, about that, or something that I was thinking of, is they're just like, religion isn't fucking real. Keep in mind, like, even if they meet a god later, they're still gonna be an atheist and somehow explain it.
Look, I don't want to have a Brian Griffin from Family Guy situation.
No, God, no.
Well, no, it's more the sense of, it would probably, I mean, hell, how she did it was just like, cool, you're a powerful person that has godlike powers. Doesn't mean you're a god, it just means you're just powerful. That's it.
Yeah, like, pretty much is like, and it's not gonna be like how fucking Brian Griffin will shit on anyone who actually chooses to be choose to be a Christian or some shit. No, they don't give a shit. They're just gonna be like, no, that's cool. I mean,
you just don't describe to it. You're just like, hey, you want to?
It's a logical
makes you happy. It makes you happy.
Yeah.
Your cleric works off of a logical conclusion.
And then the reason on how I'd say that they can do it is, they're just like, all you gotta do is believe in yourself, man. Believe in your skill, and bam.
The funnier horror of the situation that you can play off of is that this is a recent development. This wasn't a lifelong thing. The moment that she came across Void, she saw that everything in her world was so insignificant. Just enough to make her waver in the thought of, like, how strong are the gods, really? If this can come out of fucking space and leave the gods completely enamored.
I don't know how dark I would choose to do it. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's a slight idea. If she's a cleric, she, whatever you go off of for this character. The moment they have to deal with the cult, because of course they're dealing with the cult. They're a crusader. They're gonna deal with the bad guy, the local cult. She got her hand on one of the void crystals, peered into it for a couple seconds longer than she should have, and realized slightly that the gods are weaker than they seem.
I don't know, for some reason, because there's not really a lot of people that do it, I think it's funnier, and then that happens, and it only proves her right even more.
Yeah, she already had a cynical view on the higher powers of her planet, and this basically just solidified it.
I was like, that's kind of the way I want to do it, because, let's be real, nearly, 99% of my characters are fucking trauma, so...
Yeah, trauma builds. It happens.
I mean...
Oh, I know.
My character
They'll
has
have their own
no
trauma, but... we'll give them trauma.
No, it'll probably be fine. I mean, there's an easy way to build some sort of trauma. The easy thing right now is the obvious thing of, you were literally the king's cat, and you died, and he revived you.
Yeah, I'm the magic familiar of his cat that died years ago, and now it's outlived many kings.
It's outlived the king's son at this point.
I'm the next in the heir.
Technically speaking, you probably would be.
Yeah, in some capacity, maybe.
If you could loop it good enough, then yeah, you'd have it.
I mean, I want to hold the logic that the familiar can't do anything. It's just a one-to-one connection back to the king.
Well, he can defend himself in the sense of, like, hey, you guys are like fighting something, and something gets close enough. I'm just gonna burn it and then scurry off. More of just defensive than anything.
Yeah, casual spirit fire.
Yeah, just casual little fire bolts, just going fuck off.
Honestly, that fits cat energy too.
Yeah.
In concept of something like Elden Ring, you literally just shoot out like small fireballs. Small little blue fires at people. No bigger than probably like a golf ball.
They're more orange and black fire.
Yeah.
The same as like how the cat is like colored.
Yeah, there you go. So it's just hurling insults, a walking heater, and basically a phone line back to the king. That's it. That's its whole purpose.
Basically.
It gives the group an ability to talk to the king at any time. It gives the king the ability to watch them. And it can ever so slightly defend itself, but probably not against shit that's more stronger than like a fucking frost troll.
Yeah, it's like basically a small golem runs up on the cat. He can shoot a firebolt to either stop it or kill it. If it stops, then he can just fly up and just go, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, not exactly the most offensive thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Now...
And I shall sneak away from the party multiple times, because I'm anatomic in my nature.
You just occasionally show up. You show up the last time you show up, defeat the BBG, and then BBEG, and then you just wander off again.
Yep.
I just fly down and go, hi. Who the fuck is that thing? I see you have 1 HP left. Yum.
God.
Fly down, glop face, drops dead. Literally one like the cult, like you're just fighting a group of cultists. The cult leader's like standing there, basically like his entire face is flayed off and he's barely standing. The cat just like flies in, like hits him full force, and he just drops dead. It's like
the cat thought he wanted to play.
Literally the most horrible way to die.
Just like there's a tiny little window on the top, and he's like, the door's shut, can't go through the door. It's like, well, I don't want to go in spirit form because then I can't use to do anything physical for the next like 12 hours. So I'm gonna just there's a tiny hole, climbs through, doesn't realize, oh shit, so high up, falls flat on, lands on feet, but it just landed on his head.
Missed the fall, dies.
You completely forget that you have wings that you could have saved yourself with.
No, he tried that. That's what happened. Mid-fall, flapped his wings, and it just made him rotate onto his back and hit the ground.
No, it's a physical thing. Like that's the thing. It's like it's a physical like abnormality. You can't drop him anywhere but on his feet. Like he could be like if we half inch off the ground, unless you lay him down. If he's touching the ground, then yeah, he can't land on his feet. If he's an inch off the ground, like a tiny bit, it just once you let go and once there's nothing touching him anymore, he just goes. Just like yeah, no, can't do that.
That'd be the weird yeah.
I mean,
his weird oddity is that he doesn't have claws.
Let it go.
Yeah.
He's missing all of his claws, so he sucks at balance.
No, it's actually the tail and whiskers that control balance.
Yeah, let's say.
Maybe, I don't know.
I know.
No, I got my tail, I got my whiskers, I got normal cat claws.
You just suck at balance.
I just don't fight. That's my job is literally surveillance.
Yeah. You can fight, but it's mostly just self-defense.
Yeah.
It's mostly deterrent.
It is mostly self-inflaming, as in burn everything.
Yes.
Yeah, cat can set itself on fire or shoot fire at people like in a short range, and that's about it. Which means
because fuck you, I want you to burn.
So I can discuss this part because Brim was already there when I discussed it with Bob, and that's the intro. General intro. General idea of the intro. So
I offered you some. You don't want any. No.
We'll probably go over it again more thoroughly when all the characters are properly in tune, developed, and we're all getting character. But to give the idea, everyone gets collected in whatever vein be necessary into the war room, and the head royal knight is there ready to explain it. Just explain the goal. This guy is clad in full armor. Full royal armor. Covered in engravings and stuff. He explains the prior thing that I explained, which is the comet, it hitting 3 years ago, the cult showing up between that, and the most recent development, Krago coming back from the dead. Then explaining how dangerous Drago is, what he did in his past, from what archives say, what information they have on him from books and scrolls from long ago. And then explaining what could possibly be the issue now that he's back, explaining Void and the magic. Explaining it as such, it is a vile machination made something outside of the gods themselves. It is worse than any magic we've come across. It does not affect itself with mana, and it seems to corrupt anything it touches. If it be flesh or inanimate. We are unaware of where it's coming from, how it's spreading, but a big possibility is Drago is in the center of it. So he must be put back to rest. The end result for all of you is a reward of your choice from the king himself.
$1,000 belly rubs.
Yeah.
To marry Drago.
Fuck. Well, that's gonna be a problem.
I had to.
That would be a little bit of a problem there.
No, my character's an atheist who's after who wants Drago's hand in marriage.
It don't make any sense. So an added extra detail here is that said knight has bands around one of his arms and seems to be purposely covering his body with that armor. Essentially, there would be no reason for him to wear armor among those that he just hired, but he's wearing it regardless. And I'm going to go into more detail about it when we do the actual thing and start all of this. But he goes into very deep, grave detail about the Void and the cult.
Whoa.
Almost a weird detail amount of what he knows about it.
Gotcha. Do you need me for anything right now? Because I'm probably going to dip to go make a sandwich.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to the end of what we need to explain.
Where's my sandwich?
I am I'm trying to troubleshoot my PC, so I'm gonna have to head out actually.
Yeah, I think we've reached the end. We've gotten everything we need for right now.
Okay.
All right,
yeah, I'll DM you later.
Time to do what I usually do when I leave things.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
Hopefully we can discuss this a little more next Tuesday or whatever day comes up that might be open.
Alright. Yeah. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good luck, all. Godspeed. And off we go.
Off we go.
Yes. Bye-bye.